Hello everyone, 大家好 I'm 徐老师
And I'm Lucy.
And welcome to 双语成语 Bilingual Chinese Idioms. In this series, we are going to introduce you guys to 成语 Chinese idioms and the stories behind them.
Not only that, we're also going to have a look at how to translate them into English and how we can use them in our everyday conversations.
That's right. In this episode, we are going to discuss a very important question. What exactly is a 成语?
Now, that's a very important question indeed. I know a chengyu is a type of traditional idiomatic expression in Chinese that typically consists of 4 characters. But to be honest, that's about it. 老师, as a native speaker of Chinese, how would you introduce the concept of a chengyu to someone who's never come across it before?
That is an excellent question. Okay, 成语 is a unique feature of Chinese language. First, they are short and to the point. As you just mentioned, most of the 成语 only have 4 characters, but they can function as a complete sentence, making them very concise. Secondly, they are a type of figurative language. The meaning is not always about the individual characters themselves. It's more about the extended meaning. As these idioms originate from classical Chinese literature or historical stories, so learning these stories would help us fully understand these idioms.
Oh, I see. I think that's probably why they can be a bit difficult to get your head around when you're learning Chinese. As a learner of Chinese myself, I think it's tempting just to look at the characters one by one, but I suppose without the context of the story behind it, it's meaningless and practically impossible to understand.
You are right. The meanings of these idioms might have been straightforward when they first appeared, but over thousands of years, society has changed. People now need the historical context to understand them properly.
So how have these idioms stood the test of time? Are they not somewhat outdated?
Well, I guess some of them are, but others remain timeless. Although technology has changed our society, human nature, to some extent, has not changed significantly.
Ah, I see. It's kind of the same in English. We also have a lot of idioms. Like, a good example is to bite the bullet. Understanding the deeper meaning of the idiom requires the listener to have some understanding of the historical context behind it.
Exactly. So the purpose of this series is to introduce these timeless Chinese idioms and their respective stories, and to talk about how to use them in context. And with your help, we can look at the different ways they can be translated.
Right, guys. So our podcast is going to be split into 3 segments. In each episode, we'll have a bit of an intro to introduce the chengyu we will be talking about for that episode. After that, we're going to tell the story of the chengyu bilingually, line by line, so you guys can follow along at home. And then we're going to move on to our 3rd segment, which is called Chengyu 101. In this segment, we would really like to put the you in chengyu by discussing how you can use it in your daily life and by showing you what kinds of contexts you can use it in. We're also going to go over some translations, as some of them may be translated in different ways depending on the context.
That's exactly right, and we hope by doing so, we can go one step further than the textbook and introduce 成语 in a way that is meaningful, engaging, and useful to both English and Chinese speakers alike.
Indeed. So, to kick off this series, we're going to focus on the theme of animals. And so we have selected 10 Chinese idioms that feature animals in some way to introduce you guys to.
Lucy, I'm sure the suspense is killing everyone. So should we tell our audience what these 10 stories are in both Chinese and English?
Sure. How about you start with the Chinese and I'll follow with the English?
Okay, so here we go. The first one is 井底之蛙.
The frog at the bottom of the well.
The second, 狐假虎威.
The fox and the tiger.
Third one, 鹬蚌相争.
The battle of the snipe and the clam.
The fourth, 马马虎虎.
The horse and the tiger.
Fifth, 守株待兔.
Standing guard by the tree in wait for a rabbit.
And the sixth one is 画龙点睛.
Painting the eye of the dragon.
7. 画蛇添足.
A step too far for a snake painting.
Number 8. 盲人摸象.
The blind man and the elephant.
Number 9. 三人成虎.
3 liars make a tiger.
And the last one is 亡羊补牢.
To fix the fence after the sheep has fled.
Right, Lucy, I'm going to give you a quick memory test. Do you know how many animals in these idioms are also animals from the Chinese zodiac?
Oh, that's an easy one. There's 虎, 兔, 龙, 蛇, 马, yang. So in total, that makes 6 of them. The only animals that are not in the zodiac are the frog, the snipe, and the elephant.
Amazing, you have an excellent memory.
Well, I must confess, I had a bit of a head start because I do love a good idiom, so studying them has become a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine.
Well, impressive. So Lucy, what is your favorite animal?
Let me think. I would say it's got to be the dragon. Although most people would consider it a mythical animal, it is also the most important animal in Chinese culture. Not just myself, but many people naturally associate dragons with Chinese culture. So I think understanding the symbolic nature of dragons is also a good way to gain insight into Chinese culture and society. Also, I learned that Chinese dragons are typically associated with water as well as a sense of freedom and expression. This is something that really resonates with me since I like artistic things. Like, I've seen a lot of paintings of dragons in the traditional Chinese style. This is something that I really like. How about you, 老师? What's your favorite?
Mine is the tiger. It's powerful and fierce. In traditional Chinese literature and art, tigers are often depicted in dynamic and powerful poses. They move swiftly and forcefully, similar to the force of the wind. So tigers are always associated with wind. So together, I guess we could say we are 卧虎藏龙, crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Oh, like the film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yes, but did you know 卧虎藏龙, crouching tiger, hidden dragon is also a famous Chinese idiom. It means hidden talents. When a place has some hidden talents, we say this place 卧虎藏龙.
Oh, I see. It seems that every idiom has an extended meaning. I feel that our podcast also provides a platform that we could liken to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. What do you reckon, 老师?
Yes, it's an excellent analogy. I'm sure many of you listening to our podcasts are on the verge of unlocking your hidden talent for Chinese idiom by gaining a deeper understanding of the Chinese language and culture, and by learning these timeless idioms and the stories behind them.
It sounds like a quest of epic proportions indeed. And with that, we would like to welcome all you tigers and dragons to our very exclusive club.
Thank you for joining our bilingual Chinese idiom podcast, 双语成语, and hope you can join us for our first Chinese idiom story soon. 谢谢大家.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone.